In a heart-wrenching tragedy that has left Australia reeling, the suspected shooters behind the devastating Bondi Beach attack reportedly ventured to the Philippines just 1 month prior to the carnage. But here's where it gets controversial. Were they there for innocent sightseeing, or something far more sinister? Let's unpack this unfolding story together, step by step, as we bring you the latest details in a way that's easy to follow, even if you're new to the details. Live reporting. Edited by Johanna Chisholm. 1. Philippines investigative team probes the movements of suspected Bondi gunmen. Published at 7:04 Greenwich Mean Time. Verma Simonet. Reporting from Manila. The Philippine National Bureau of Investigation, NBI, which acts like the country's version of the FBI in the United States, is teaming up with other government bodies to trace the steps of the alleged Bondi attackers, Sajid and Naveed Akram. For beginners, think of the NBI as a top-tier crime-fighting agency established in 1936, inspired by the FBI, dedicated to handling serious offenses. NBI spokesperson Palmer Mallory shared with the BBC that the father-son duo visited Davao and possibly surrounding regions. And this is the part most people miss: their travel could hold clues to the motives behind the attack, sparking debates about whether such trips indicate premeditated radicalization or perhaps something else entirely. 2. Key takeaways at a glance, published at 6:53 Greenwich Mean Time. As we just covered, Australian authorities are delving into the Philippines' journey of the two alleged shooters, who arrived there about a month before the tragic event that claimed 15 lives at Bondi Beach. Here's a friendly rundown of the other essential updates this morning. Sajid Akram, aged 50, entered using an Indian passport, while his 24-year-old son, Naveed, traveled on an Australian one, according to Manila's border officials as told to the BBC. Reports suggest they went to the Philippines to undergo what some call military-style training, a detail that's fueling fiery discussions about how easy it might be for individuals to access such preparation in certain regions. Australia's Prime Minister describes the incident as driven by Islamic State ideology, with police discovering homemade Islamic State flags and basic explosive devices in the gunman's vehicle. But here's where it gets controversial. Does linking this to a specific ideology oversimplify complex personal or global influences? The victims included a young 10-year-old girl, a rabbi born in Britain, a former police officer, and a Holocaust survivor. Latest figures show 24 individuals still undergoing medical care, including those who might need follow-up treatments. For context, imagine the ripple effects on families dealing with such profound losses. It's a reminder of how one act of violence touches so many lives. Both Prime Minister Anthony Albanese and New South Wales Premier Chris Minns are committed to strengthening firearm regulations following this horrifying event. In a touching side story, Albanese honored a courageous man who wrestled a weapon from one attacker as a true Australian hero during a hospital visit. 3. 24 victims still in hospitals following the Bondi Beach incident. Published at 6:42 Greenwich Mean Time. We've got fresh information from NSW Health, indicating that at 16:30 local time, 5:30 Greenwich Mean Time, 24 people hurt in Sunday's Sydney assault are still receiving treatment. This number includes those discharged, but who may require additional hospital visits later, as per a health spokesperson. 3 of them are in critical condition. 5 are critical but stable. The others are stable. NSW Health expresses its deepest condolences to the loved ones of those who perished or suffered injuries at Bondi Beach. As a quick note, one of the suspected shooters was fatally shot, while the other was hospitalized with wounds. It's unclear if he's counted in these treatment figures. Image source EPA. 4. Suspects visited Philippines in November. Manila officials confirm. Published at 6:40 Greenwich Mean Time. Verma Simonet. Reporting from Manila. The 2 accused in the Bondi shootings entered the Philippines on November 1st and departed on November 28th, according to the country's immigration office, as reported to the BBC. Sajid Akram, 50, used an Indian passport, and his son Naveed, 24, an Australian one, spokesperson Dana Sandoval explained. They listed Davao, a large city in the southeast of Mindanao, the Philippines' main southern island, as their destination, and their return flight was to Sydney. For those unfamiliar, Davao is a bustling urban center, but parts of Mindanao, especially in the central and southwest areas, have seen activity from Islamist groups in economically challenged zones. This backdrop makes their visit even more intriguing. Meanwhile, the Philippine military couldn't verify earlier claims that the pair received military-style training during their stay. And this is the part most people miss. If they didn't train there, what else could explain their trip? Was it a cover for something else, or purely coincidental? It's a question worth pondering amid all the speculation. 5. Authorities probe Bondi suspects' Philippine visit ahead of the shooting. Published at 6:25 Greenwich Mean Time. Image source, Reuters. Australian law enforcement is examining the travel to the Philippines by the two suspected shooters in the month leading up to the fatal Bondi Beach incident. In recent statements, New South Wales Police Commissioner Mal Lanyon mentioned to reporters that the duo had recently been to the Philippines, and the purpose is currently under scrutiny. Previously, ABC News, citing security insiders, reported that Sajid and Naveed Akram headed there for supposed military-style training before the attack. In the meantime, people are coming together at a remembrance spot on Bondi Beach. Our on-site reporter notes that it might take a while for this energetic community to bounce back to the lively atmosphere that defines the area. We'll keep you updated on developments, so stick around for more insights. What do you think? Does this Philippine connection change how we view the attack, or is it just another piece of a larger puzzle? Do stricter gun laws truly prevent such tragedies, or should we focus more on addressing radical ideologies? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear agreements, disagreements, or fresh perspectives.